Yeah. Uh.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. And fuck poverty.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental Podcast,
What's up, everybody? This your boy Phil back in the house.
and I'm Leroy. Philip, Judgmental Philip hasn't been on here in like a month. Would you say?
About 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a month. Tell everyone what happened. So, you woke up one morning. Is this when you were asleep when you woke up, or
I just got up like any other morning, like get up to go to work. Get up at
okay?
like 6 o'clock in the morning,
All right, and what happened?
and first I had a stiff neck for like maybe a week, and usually go away during the day. But then one day I just woke up and it was so painful I couldn't even move, and I wound up going to urgent care. They gave me some stuff. It went away, but I ran out of the stuff that they gave me. They gave me like Flexeril and some Motrin or something. And
Pause. Was that working when they gave you the little bit of stuff? Was that working?
the Flexeril worked. The steroid didn't do nothing really, I don't think. But it was like a 5-day pack or something like that. They
Uh
didn't
huh.
really do nothing. And the Motrin, yeah, the Motrin worked.
Okay, go ahead.
And I ran out. And then once I ran out, I probably ran out like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 days. And the pain came right back. So I was like, fuck. If I can't deal with this shit, I'm gonna have to go to the emergency. And that's when I just told my wife to take me to the emergency. This is like it's been like 3 weeks now I've been dealing with this. They told me I got a pinched nerve in my neck.
Now, at that time, were you still going to work?
I went to work last week. That was like my first full week.
Hmm.
But I think I went 2 days in the last before last week. It was like 2 days in the 2 weeks I went.
Okay, now you went to the emergency room. Did they give you like X-rays that you had to get under that
Yeah,
machine and they take
yeah,
that?
I got X-rays and everything.
Now, how long did it take? Because most of the time when it comes to hospitals, they get you in and out of there so super fast. So,
No, Mercy Fitzgerald is cool because when I went there was nobody in the waiting room. So as soon as I signed in, they called me in. And
hmm
then as soon as they did my vital and stuff, they took me right to the room. So it was pretty fast.
this is on Lansdowne Avenue.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's hardly nobody ever in that emergency room like that. So,
hmm
what time was it when you went to the hospital?
If I had to guess, I would say like 10, something like that.
At night or in
No,
the?
in the morning. In the
Oh,
morning.
okay. All right. So, they said you had a pinched nerve. Now, what did they give you?
Uh, they gave me what the fuck did they give me? They gave me something. What did they give me? They gave me Motrin. They gave me the Flexeril. I don't think they gave me the Flexeril. I think they gave me the Motrin and they gave me the oh no. When I went to urgent care, they didn't give me the Flexeril. They gave me Valium. And the Valium didn't do anything, so I stopped taking it.
Hmm.
So the ER gave me Motrin Flexeril. And they put an order in for a patch.
What patch is this?
It's like some type of lidocaine patch. You need to now when you get a prescription for it, it's like 5%, and everybody say it works real good, but you can buy it over the counter at 4%.
Hmm.
So when I went to go get it, first time I went to the pharmacy, they was like, they don't have it. The doctors never sent it over, even though on our paperwork it says it went to that pharmacy.
Right. And
So
what
then I
pharmacy was this?
this is the one in CK CVS.
Oh, and why would you have to go there? Why can't you go somewhere close to where you live?
That is, it's like right around the corner.
The CVS.
Yeah,
Where's this?
this is like
Oh, the
right.
CVS on yeah, it is down the street from where you live.
hmm
The right where that little strip, little teeny strip mall is. The
Yeah, that
CVS
little
is right there.
plaza. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Go ahead. I thought you were talking about somewhere else. Go ahead.
So they said they never got it. So when I had a follow up appointment, because they sent me to like neurology or whatever, like in a couple of days or whatever. So when I went to neurology, that's when they gave me a refill of the Flexeril, a refill of Motrin, and then they also put the patch in. But then when I got to the pharmacy was like, yeah, you need a prior authorization to get that. So I just like whatever.
So you just didn't get it at all.
No, and the same with the Motrin. They told me I needed for a refill on a Motrin. I needed a prior off on that too.
Why? Because people get addicted and stuff.
I guess I don't know.
Hmm. So after that, okay. So were you just like laying in bed or?
No, I move around and stuff. Like when I take like last week, I went to work all week, but I was you can feel when. So I'll wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll take some medicine. I'll take what is this shit called? Gabapentin. So I'll pop like two gabapentins and maybe like two Motrins in my mouth. Then I'll lay back down for like an hour because I usually get up at 6 o'clock. Then when I get up at 6 o'clock, I'll be fine. I'll get to work. Once I get to work, it'll start wearing off in like 2 hours, and then my neck will start hurting. So I was popping. I've probably taken in these last couple weeks. I've probably taken more drugs than I've taken in my life
Hmm.
combined.
Hmm.
So like one day, the first the first day I went to work, I didn't bring no medicine with me, and I was feeling good. But by I don't know 1 o'clock, I was hurting, and every step that I take, it felt like a needle going in my neck. And the first 3 days that I worked, the girl that worked with me, she had me using like the far rooms. I'm like, oh my God, I'm using these rooms. What's up with that? So then on the third time, I said, no, I'm not using those rooms. I know you put those rooms down there for me, but I'm moving all the way up here because when this stuff wear off, it feel like a needle's pinching my neck, and I don't need to be taking all them steps.
Hmm. Now, so you were off that after you went to the emergency room and everything, you weren't working. You
No,
was at home.
well,
Okay.
no, it's like if I feel good, I came in like that.
Okay.
So after the ER, when I got all that medication, that was when I had my first week back to work.
Hmm. So so talking to your doctors, did they tell you to get physical therapy or which
Yeah,
one?
yeah. Well,
Okay,
I had to get a referral for physical therapy.
okay. So you went to the same place that you normally get
I went
massages
to the
from, right?
ER, then they referred me to a neurology, and then neurology is the one that had to give me the referral for the physical therapy. They also gave me a referral for acupuncture because I told them I went to that, and
Hmm.
you can pretty much come for free.
Right. Now, this is the same place you get massages from, right?
No, this is a different place.
Oh, okay. Now, how was that experience like getting before the acupuncture, did you just get a regular massage on the neck?
I got just a full body massage, yeah, not just the neck. I mean,
Okay.
they focus on the neck area, but they pretty much did everything.
Now, did you get the acupuncture and the massage all in one day, or this is
Yeah,
separate?
the same day.
Okay. Now, how did that feel getting those needles
It
in
wasn't
your back?
bad. I went twice. It wasn't bad that I paid for, and then I got the referral, and I just ain't go back yet with the referral. It wasn't bad. I mean, the massage was cool, and then they take you to another room. Well, the first time I was in one room, I got the massage. Then I went to another room to get the acupuncture, and then the last time I went, they did everything in the same room. And I didn't know that was hooked machines. I thought they just put all the needles in you, and that was that. But it's like
Right.
hooked to some type of machine, and they turn the machine on.
Now, do you feel anything like okay?
Yeah,
What is it?
yeah.
This
You
is
feel you
okay.
feel like your neck pulsing, or what you call it, maybe spasming as
Hmm.
the machine like does this thing. You feel it, and then
Okay.
they put it like all. She said, where's the pain at? And I showed her like a track line coming down from my head all the way down my shoulder to my arm. So that's where she put the needles at. And then
Right.
she left me in there for I don't know, maybe a half an hour, just laying on the bed with the machine doing this thing.
Okay. Now, after when you got out, did you feel better?
Yeah, 100 times better.
And about now, how long did that last?
Shit, maybe a day and a half, 2 days.
Okay, so in those day and a half, 2 days, was you taking medication also?
Well, no, because only the what do you call it, the flexor, the muscle relaxer, because I'm supposed to take those at night before I go to bed. So
Hmm.
yeah, I pop one of those in, but when I was feeling good, I don't take it.
Okay. So, and like you said, you went back to work. Now, how was it other than that situation with the rooms was too far? How was going back to the work?
It was cool, ain't nothing changed. I mean, and sometimes I'm in pain and I just fight it off. Like I just deal with it. I'm not like ain't no patience like, hey, you all right? Or looking at me like that. And then my coworkers asking me like I'd be like I'm fucked up right now. And I gotta take some medicine, so I just be popping that shit like candy.
So would you just be like holding your neck or whatever, or?
No, I don't. I'm supposed to wear. They told me to wear this, and it feels like my head is too heavy for my neck when it
Hmm.
wears off. So I wear this like around the neck brace around the house, but I don't wear it outside.
Why you don't want nobody to laugh at you or asking you what's wrong with you?
Hmm. No,
So, oh,
because I don't like stuff around my neck. Shit, I don't even like buttoning my top collar. So this is
mhm.
like really uncomfortable. So at the house, I wear it for a little while, then I take it off, then I wear it for a little while like that, depending on how my neck feel.
Okay, now in these 3 weeks, the acupuncture, the massage, the medication, has it gotten any better?
Yeah, because I haven't felt that needle in my neck when I walk, like I was feeling that first week back at work. Last week, the first week back at work, I only worked one day, and then the next week I only worked I think 1 or maybe 2 days, something like that. But it will wear off, and I'm on my feet all day, so when it wear off, it just feel like it's a needle stabbing me in my neck every step I take. I'm talking about like I gotta stop and just relax and like rub my neck and stuff like that before I start walking again. But even if I rub my neck, once I start walking again, it should start hurting again.
Right.
So
And
last week I didn't feel it that much, but I took a lot of medications with me to work.
mhm. And the doctors didn't say what was the cause of this or anything like that. They didn't tell you.
Well, they just said it was a pinched nerve, and it was like I got some arthritis that comes with age.
Yeah.
They was like you know how doctors are when they don't know shit to just make up shit.
That's why I laugh. Do you have
Exactly, because
arthritis?
it's like one day I'm 100% healthy, then I wake up with a pinched nerve. That don't sound right to me. Like I
Right.
can see if I was lifting something heavy or I fell or was in an accident. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
it was just weird.
Now, do you have arthritis?
I don't know. I don't got
That's
no arthritis in my hands. So shit,
right.
how to get in my neck?
That's why I start laughing. Like
They
I
just make.
always
I
say,
think they just make up shit when because doctors don't want to say, well, I don't know what's wrong with you, so they'll say anything to sound good.
right.
Like I'm some old fogey right now and shit with all this arthritis around my neck and shit.
Hmm. And yes, as Philip mentioned during his podcast, he is sitting here with a neck brace on. So thank you for coming off of injured reserve and and playing in the game. You just playing hurt. Thank you.
Well, I got a vacation next month, and I'm like, man, I can't be going on. I'm not bringing this with vacation, and then they all drugged up and can't do shit.
Right. So you trying to get this over with as soon as possible, so you don't
Hmm.
have to be that way. I agree. I agree. So good luck in your recovery and everything. And you was asking me about news reports, and this episode was all about you. So
Oh my
you asked me about that tip and shit, and that was a work that wasn't real.
well, I
But
figure that you know how nowadays you got to question everything you see online.
right, and the highway baby, that was bullshit when I first heard it,
Yeah, I
because
was skeptical about that shit too.
right. And you see that the cops, they already felt it was bullshit anyway,
Yep.
because they never, okay, that's a small town, Hoover, Alabama. I don't know the population, but the sounds of it make it seem like it's a small town. Now there's a man on the loose kidnapping women off the
With orange
highway.
hair.
Right, and they never gave a description on be on the lookout and he driving this and that and all that stuff. They never did that shit, so they knew it was. See, that's the thing about the police, because they had, you see that highway video,
Hmm.
they had that from the jump. Why they just didn't say that from the jump and everything? But
Yep.
they had these people out there looking for it, like come on now, like these people that's looking for it, they got families and stuff on their own. They could be sitting around and spending time with, but they
Yep.
spending time doing this shit. But you already had that highway video from the jump.
And I hope she go to jail.
And that was a clear video too.
It was, and she was driving along the highway on like the shoulder for a long time. This baby, what is all this? 'Cause she got your hazards on, and you driving down the highway on the shoulder. What is that about?
Right. And then you would make it seem like it was like a desolate highway, like she was the only one
Right.
driving.
Well,
It
they
was a
asked her, they
highway
said, "Is
full
there
of
any
people.
other cars around?" And she said, "No." And then you see a fucking million cars on that road.
Right. Right. So yeah, no, she's not going to go to jail. And the father, I feel sorry for the father, because the father already know that's bullshit, but yet he's still doing interviews and all
Well,
that.
they what about her search history? That was crazy too. How
Hmm.
much it costs to get an Amber Alert put on, and her movie Taken, and she like had all this stuff that she researched and searched. It's like, what's wrong with this girl?
Right. But do got two stories for you. One is a viral video of the week. This viral video is from a podcast. I don't know the podcast again. It's from a woman says the quickest way how men can talk themselves out of coochie. This is the number one reason. Here's her video.
Asking me my body count is the quickest way to talk yourself out some coochie. Because I absolutely am not giving it to you after you ask it. And this weird obsession with having a low number doesn't make sense to me. Because like I said before, at the end of the day, do you want a surgeon who's only done one surgery? Nope. No, you.
It's not the same.
Shit don't even make sense.
Right. And she could have just stopped right there when she started talking about the body count and all that stuff. But she talked a little bit too much here.
Don't you want a surgeon with experience? Yes or no? So when you ask these women what's their body count, you're looking for someone who has a low one, and then all you're gonna do is run back and tell your homies about how she can't suck dick, how she can't arch her back, how she can't do X, Y, and Z. Why? When you can have a woman who knows what she's doing is gonna be able to please you. So
what man is going to tell another man stuff like that? I don't know where these women get this stuff from. I'm confused. And number one, like we said before, men or women, whatever, don't ask your partner your body count because you're not going to like what you hear. Number one. Number two, 9 times out of 10, she probably lying regardless. If she said, "Oh, I only been with 3 men," it's probably like 7.
I didn't know guys that out on a date with a girl would ask that question. Like, where these dudes at?
I don't know. Maybe it's this new generation thing. That's not your buddy or your pal. Y'all not homies kicking it or whatever in a clubhouse or something. You don't ask no woman how many men she slept with. That's ridiculous. I would never ask her anything like that because I ain't gonna like what I hear. Number one. Number two, she's probably lying anyway.
Can we stop this whole weird obsession with the low body count? It's not real. It's not sustainable. You don't really want that.
Well,
no,
we're
gonna tell the truth because we talked
well,
about
it. Yes, agreed.
For nothing, it's not. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I said this once before. I'm gonna say this again. It's y'all fault.
What did we do?
Y'all lied about y'all numbers and made us think it was real.
I've never lied.
Why you asking? And is homeboy asking the girls about they body count because you was laughing at him when he first appeared on screen?
I wasn't laughing.
Why you got the smile on your face then?
Well, I'm just saying, if women did not lie about their number, and whatever number is y'all real average, it would be more acceptable for us. But when we heard 3, when we heard 3 all our life, when you say 7, it's a little shocking.
Why are you asking? Stop asking these women questions like that. That's not your friend.
And you can kind of know like what kind of girl you start talking to, where you meet her from, how she dressed, how she carries herself. You can kind of know which one got the higher number.
Right. And so that was the viral video of the week. Well, which is not viral. It wasn't of the week because I had this for like 2 weeks ago. The next or last report, we going to Houston, Texas. Well, Houston, Texas / Dubai, where 29-year-old Tierra Allen, a popular social media influencer and truck driver, has reportedly been stuck in Dubai, a United Arab Emirates, for months. I think it's 2 months after she was arrested for allegedly screaming in public. Here's the report of her dumbass bringing the hood with you.
On Fox, the last 2 months are described as terrifying for a Houston woman who we're told is being detained in Dubai. Fox 26's Dom.
What you mean? Who are it?
The girl is detained. She all right.
Like he's joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Domely.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women.
I wonder why.
One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City, but according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
That's just what you get. I love every minute of it. They should have arrested her too.
It also
Who is this lady?
Her mother.
That's not her mom.
Yes, it is.
because they showed the dad and the mom sitting down, and that's not the same girl.
Well, hold on. I think it's her mom. Hold on.
In prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tierra Young Allen when her mom says she was a
And is she driving around down the wrong way? Because look how
passenger
to
in a
park
friend's
it.
rental car.
If you're going that way, how can you park in those little parking slots like that?
I think that she's still in the parking lot that's like when she first picked the truck up.
All right.
And they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid.
Yeah, that's her daughter.
That's not the same lady. Something funny going on. Because I was talking to Shay about that, and I was like, that's not the same lady that was just standing there all big and stuff and talking about it. Look and find that video with the parents sitting on the couch. That's not her.
Disclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her
Ladies and gentlemen, we had this report. Well, especially for the ladies, we talked about this numerous times on here. When you go into a new place, you act accordingly. And I'm hearing people talk about, yeah, when you overseas in Dubai like that, you got to act differently. No, if I'm in a new city, you got to act differently because you don't want to get involved in some shit with nobody in somebody else's city, a state, a town. I don't know what you want to call it. Because you get into some shit with them, it's just you by yourself. They know everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to talk about how if you get arrested and you have to go to jail, and some of these towns, cities, states got gang activity. And they walk up to you and ask you what set you claiming. And I'm just like, no, I don't claim no sets. And I'm just sitting there like stuck on Chuck while they throwing gang signs and all that stuff. You got to learn how to act accordingly. If the guy hollered at her, so what? You bringing the damn ghetto to Dubai, a Muslim state. Now, Dubai may be free and they driving around with Lamborghini cop cars and all that shit. It still is a Muslim territory, and they still go by Muslim laws. Is it Sharia laws? It's Sharia laws, right? That's what you call it?
Depending on, but it's depending on what part of you it is. The thing is, their women don't have a lot of rights and shit. They don't have a lot of freedoms that they have over here. So if the law says you can't curse a man out, then you can't curse a man out.
Exactly. And
the story didn't make sense because she got into an accident in a truck. Why didn't she take her shit with her? Mm-hmm. She got into an accident in a truck. She left her shit, and then she went back to the company and was trying to tell them, I need to get my stuff. And that's when the argument happened because they wanted some more money out of her or whatever.
Right. And it ain't no way. And that woman, Miss Baxter, your daughter did not talk to that man pleasantly. She went up there trying to raise hell and all that stuff. And he probably hollered at her first, and she hollered at him because of her damn attitude. That's why he hollered at her.
Mm-hmm.
So she did not go. Because you see that clip they showed on World Star with her arguing with the dudes in a room. Did you see that? Yeah, with her with her ass hanging out and everything, calling that man a bitch and throwing juice or water. I don't know what the hell that was. Come on now. That's just how the way she acted down there. And them people don't play that stuff. They will try and convict you and sentence you from hanging off a bridge or something like that. And wouldn't nobody know.
And they wouldn't even care. You know what I mean? They still do crazy shit like that over there.
Exactly.
29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says, resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been...
And Quantrell here, he's one of those dudes that like kicks for women. Because there's no way in the world I'd have been sitting on here talking to that. Because I'm like, well, hey, look, that's just what you get. Rules is rules. You better learn how to
get a check. You got to say what you got to say to get that check. It looked like the mom is smiling. Why is she smiling? She ain't taking it serious. I don't even think that's the mom.
She on TV.
She's smiling all greased up.
Oh, maybe she might be attracted to Quantrell sitting over there.
Very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have.
Oh, you see how she was like smiling? Then she did that
That's what I
almost
said. Yeah.
that fake breakdown
He
crying.
said, let's get the camera off her because she's smiling too much.
A strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different, so be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend.
As a grown adult, you should never even have to read this because you should already know how to damn conduct yourself when you go outside anyway. So why would I need to read this website for about their customs and laws?
While in United Arab Emirates. Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming in Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome of the investigation.
It's very frightening. The longer she's been there, the more reality has started to kick in.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women.
How you gonna tell some other place that she ain't committed a crime? See what I'm saying? How my man out there kicked for women?
For doing the same thing a man can do in Dubai. It's not fair.
That's their law. That's their law. You got to follow their law.
Exactly. But personally, myself, I don't think she committed a crime. Yes, she did commit a crime. That's why she's been sitting in jail for 2 months.
Now, the 29-year-old does now have an attorney there in Dubai, and her mom says she's told that she could face jail time because there is surveillance video of her screaming. Now, we have reached out to the U.S. and the UAE embassies. Will government officials step in and give her assistance? I'm still awaiting responses. Reporting live near downtown Houston, I'm Damalie Keith, Fox 26 News.
I think
Now, do you think that the government or whatever she was talking about is going to step in?
No.
Why not? They stepped in. I think they don't have a choice but to step in because people are going to say that we don't care about black women and all that stuff. So I don't think they have any choice but to get involved.
Mm-hmm. You see how long it took for us to get involved with what's the name situation? Brittany, what's her name? The basketball chick.
Yeah, a grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took a long time. And the same with that boy that got his ass whooped for graffitiing over in Singapore. He sat in there for a long time, and then he said, all right, well, we ain't going to give him 12 ass whoopings. He going to get 8 or some shit like that. He got like a couple knocked off, but he still got that ass whipped.
Right.
Over there acting a fool.
Exactly. You can reach the Judgmentals on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, and YouTube at PNL Judgmentals, Instagram at _Judgmentals, or you can email us at pnljudgmentals@gmail.com. All right, fool.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Facebook comments on my photos, that's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates, so I be on my dolo. Hold up, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap? I can do it on my own.